Hello, fellow Hyrule... Okay. Hello, fellow Hyruleans! I am your guide, the Hyrule Historian, and welcome back to Hyper Adventurer Blue, the Wind Waker Randomizer, where today we are on Windfall, a nice little place. However, today we are going to be traveling to the west, since that is our destination for 3 different items. Since we are currently looking for Faor's Pearl, the Skull Hammer, the Deku Leaf, or the bombs. And I mean, if we find the bow and arrow as well, that will help us a lot. However, it seems like we have a few things to actually do this episode. And once we are able to collect any of these 4 items, which that may be the items we will be getting in this episode. I mean, it's unknown because it's completely random. We will be able to unlock a handful of areas and probably make our way to a dungeon. One of the things that I've been meaning to do, and it's just slipped my mind constantly because I don't really focus on treasure charts, is that we have one treasure chart for the Triforce that has been deciphered by Tingle, and honestly, it's right next to Tingle's Island. Now, as I've mentioned in the last episode, me and Tingle doesn't have a good agreement. However, it looks like one of the Triforce chests is right here, and these can hold key items. So hopefully something good. Oh, yes. Thank you. Talking about the bow, we ended up getting the bow. This episode is starting good. I mean, it was early on that we ended up getting the Triforce chart deciphered, and honestly, who knew that it was right next to Tingle's Island? So, yes, we ended up getting the bow. Now, the bow is supposed to be where the Tower of Gods is, and allows us to defeat a lot of enemies. This also means, thanks to the bow, we can destroy those pesky Wizrobes. Wizrobes, watch out. I have something that will be your nightmare. So our next stop is actually towards the West Fairy Island, and that is a platform that I apparently missed, where we can actually get a chest. Which, hey, this has been the best episode yet. I mean, it's about time that we've been collecting some of the good items, since we started off good, and, well, it can only get better, since we ended up getting all the bad items first. Let's see. So, it's sad to say, though, we cannot enter any of the Great Fairies fountains yet, but, I mean, we are one step closer. So here is the next destination, which, once again, it is the trip and not the destination, but we need to at least get to the destination first to make any progress. And also, one thing that a lot of people don't know about is that the arrows can actually affect these cannons. It's just you have to shoot the cannons a lot more. So we're gonna deal with the goblins. However, the chest is just sitting right over there. But we're gonna be claiming another platform for blue. And I feel like that should be something in another Zelda game, is that where you have to take back part of Hyrule from Ganon. Not really like Breath of the Wild, but just like taking back the different sections. So, our second chest contains A golden feather. Well, I mean, not something we need. So, I have decided that this episode will be dedicated to the bow, since the bow is actually useful for a lot of things. And because we are already able to get a handful of chests, I thought why not take a quick stop by Dragonroost Isle, since this is around the main location where all the Wizrobes are located for whatever reason. And also one really easy chest, which if this sign doesn't prove anything, yeah, I feel like we're going to be hopeless if we don't understand this sign. However, because I do understand that sign, and because the sign shows an arrow but has all that text on it, so what does the sign really say? That's meant for another episode. So all we have to do, aim for the bombs, and wait for the chest to fall. So, the next chest contains 200 rupees. We're still maxed out of rupees, so can I please put those rupees back? Or actually give them to someone who needs them. So, it is time. Time to return to our arch rivals, which is pretty much just directly north of Dragonroost. Also, I have started to notice that Dragonroost Isle is in fact Zora's domain, since Spectacle Rock is still just west of it, and towards where the Wind Temple is, that would have been where the Tower of Hera most likely would have been, and as well with the Earth Temple, which I still believe the Earth Temple was changed because it mirrors the Twin in the Sacred Realm, Dark World, etc., and is then located yes, show the Wizrobe the Swift Cell. It makes perfect sense. You know what? You've shot me with enough fireballs. However, we are dealing with the easiest of Wizrobes. There you are. Arrow to the face. It doesn't help if you show up in the same spot twice. Okay, for the final wave of Wizrobes. They actually come to us. I hear him. I don't see him, but there he is. And we have finally completed this platform, these platforms. And it just took us, what, 10 episodes? What does this hold? Come on, rupees? Really? What happened to the good items? I mean, at least give us the Giant's Wallet, and then grant us rupees. I mean, I feel like that would make more sense. However, now that, I don't know if I've showed this before, but there is in fact a big Octo just right up here. And we can in fact take him down now, since, well, the hook shot does affect him. It's just you have to be right up next to him. He's around here somewhere. Okay, now he's just trying to make a fool of me. I knew that he was somewhat north of Dragonroost. And now it is time to move on to our next location, which is in fact, the Sub of Nightmares, where we have a Wizrobe summoner. This is going to be interesting, as much as we know my skills. But thankfully, we have finally got the bow, and we can actually deal some damage. I mean, the bow would always be helpful at that island, but you know. So, there is the minigame that involves the Deku Leaf, and it will be quite surprising if this sub actually had the Deku Leaf as well. Watch, that's what the Wizrobes are hiding. Or, in fact, we could actually go to Forest Haven and see the Great Deku Tree. And I wouldn't be surprised now, at this point within the game, is if the Great Deku Tree still has the Deku Leaf. Stop doing that, Blue. They don't care. I'm gonna get my use out of this bow. Wow, you guys just fall from the ceiling, don't y'all? Ah, so we all meet again. It's one happy family reunion. Now, saying that kind of worries me. Uncle, is that you? Leave me alone, please. Okay, so one of my issues is that Blue wants to target on everyone but the Wizrobes. Focus on the Wizrobes, not the Minilins. Take that. I am still being attacked. He's just holding onto the wall now. The Minilins are funny. But we have finally conquered this submarine, and we have claimed it for our own. Oh, thank you. Hi, Triforce Piece. How are you? This makes me understand why this area could be so hard. Especially with the amount of hearts that we have, and before we didn't have the bow. Now, what piece did we actually get? So, we collected the bottom left. I mean, if we want to complete the game, we have to collect the Triforce pieces at some point. However, now that we have finally conquered the sub and claimed it for our own, I feel like it's time to take on Ganon. I feel like Ganon, out of all the bosses, or just like out of everything that we've been through so far, Ganon would most likely be the easiest at the time. So there is one more area that we can actually get to now, which I believe is a fairy island, and I believe we could have also made it to here earlier. It's just one that I didn't focus on, and because there are several fairy islands, they kind of blend in like with one another, so we're about to find out if we've been here or not. And this will also decide where we go within the next episode. Hey, we have a little Croak friend here. Yay, Croaks! So, have we been here before? Yes, we have. I mean, the Great Fairy did say to come back if we ever want to relax, so... Also, what made them decide to choose the ocean theme here? I mean, come on. They need to become more original. They need their own themes. Sure, the entire map's an ocean, but don't they have like their own I don't know. So to end this episode, I thought we may as well go and visit the Great Deku Tree since, well, we haven't got to see him through this entire series yet. But yes, this is Forest Haven. The actual location where the Forbidden Woods would be. Just right over there. But who knows what that place is going to be. However, normally we would end up getting the Deku Leaf from the Great Deku Tree. I understand that makes a lot of sense, or almost no sense to some of you. But still, if it makes sense or if not, if anything for Randomizer, a lot of things can be expect the unexpected. And well, yeah. What will the Great Deku Tree give us? That is a good question. And thankfully, we can go ahead and find this out. As long as Blue knows how to use the grappling hook. The downside to all of this, we have to face off with all of these evil bushes, since we still know they are trying to take over the world. Also, and this is just a little fun fact for some of you who may not have played Wind Waker and just watching this for the fun of it, is that this entire island, well, is one giant tree. Most of the time I didn't think it would be. However, it has been proven that this entire area is the location where Kokiri Forest would be. Great Deku Tree! I have returned! Well, you don't know me, but I know you. The shield on my back shows that I know the Kokiri. I know the Kuroks. Hello, big guy. Ah, yes. For one like you to reach the heights, it will be necessary to use the Baba Buds. I forget that's actually what those are called. They are scattered across here, and any Kuroks will assist you. Baba Buds. Say that enough and it loses its meaning. Baba Buds, Baba Buds, Baba Buds. The Deku Babas. For whatever reason, that sounds better than Baba Buds. However, we must reach to the highest point of the Deku Tree. What is up here? Is it anything useful? Have you ever seen anything more beautiful? Anything more delicate? I mean, look at that mailbag. Who knows how much mail the Deku Tree truly gets throughout the day? I mean, honestly, that's just the best sight that we could hope to end on. But yes, we finally got the mailbag. That means we can finally deliver the letters. We can finally deliver Maggie's letter, the Moblin's letter, and the letter to Mom. Because, I mean, the letter to Mom, that is something dear to us. And we must deliver it to, I guess, one of our mother's friends, and yeah. But yes, I feel like this has actually turned out to be a good episode. We got a lot done. Now, it's sad to say we can't make any more progress within Forest Haven, But in return, well, we can deliver letters now. We can become the new postman. Woman. Girl. Anyways, this has been the Hyrule Historian. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like or a comment below. And let me know what you guys think of this series so far. I mean, besides that, once again, thanks for watching, sticking with me, and I will see you all in the next video. Later, guys.